Hello class, in this lesson we will talk about the processing incoming reservation. So we are now in lesson number 3. A reservation is an arrangement made in advance to have a table available at a particular time. Guests can make reservations over the phone, online, or in person. Restaurants make it a goal to fill as many sets as possible for every shift while still maintaining a high standards of food and beverage service. So many restaurants take reservations in order to assist guests or parties whose plans require a specific sitting time. And however, not all restaurants accept reservations. Again, this is the reality. Not all restaurants accept reservation. Again, from the word reservation, it must be arranged in advance. Okay, so in advance. So when we say reservation, it is not allowed to have a reservation on time. It must be made in advance. And there are three possible ways to have or to make a reservation. We can have a reservation through phone or online or in person. So you're just going to the establishment ahead of time. We can use phone or online or in person. And now we will talk about the taking table reservation. So please take note on this. I will play a short video containing the steps or procedures in taking table reservations. And we will have a role play. So again, take some notes and write the important information or data, especially the procedures. So let's watch this video.
Taking table reservation. Answer the phone promptly. Introduce yourself and ask the name of the caller properly.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Bistro. This is Aryan. May I know who is on the line, please?
Hi, this is Karen. I am calling to make a table reservation.
Use the name of the guest appropriately. Determine the number of guests, reservation date, and time of arrival. If the caller is making the reservation for another person, ask for the name and the contact information of the guest who will be checking in and the person who is making the reservation. Record the details of the reservation on the reservation log.
Hi, Miss Karen. For when is this reservation?
On the 27th of May.
Will this reservation be under your name?
No, I am calling in behalf of my boss, Mr. Andy Santos.
At what time should we expect Mr. Santos' arrival? Is this for lunch or dinner?
He will be there at around 3 in the afternoon.
Well noted, ma'am. This reservation is for Mr. Santos. Can we get his contact details?
Recap the details of the reservation to the caller. Take note of any additional requests. Conclude the call properly. Follow up to confirm the reservation.
Just repeat the details of this reservation. You have reserved a table for 2 on May 27 at 3 in the afternoon. Will there be any other request, ma'am?
None anymore. Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Miss Karen. I'll call you again to confirm this reservation. Have a nice day.
So those are the steps or procedures in taking table reservation as being demonstrated by role player. And now we will talk more on the procedures for taking table reservation as being role played by the two actresses. So these are the following steps that will be carried out in taking table reservation. First, as you can observe in the video, they answered the phone call promptly. They did not, or I mean, she did not wait for a long time or long hours. Okay, So she picked up the phone call promptly and using the proper telephone etiquette. What the actress did is she introduced herself and asked for the name of the caller. And number two, she used the name of the guest appropriately and gathered the following important information. So the staff is asking the information needed for the table reservation from the guest. So the staff is asking the number of the guest, reservation date, arrival time, name of person who will be checking in, the contact information of the person checking in, and the person making the reservation. As we can observe in the role play, Miss Karen is calling for a table reservation for her boss. Okay, so the staff is recording the name of the person who make the reservation and the person that will be checking in, and also other special requirements. So that is for number two. And for number three, the staff is doing recap the details of the reservation to the caller before she ends the call. He recap or he repeat the details. Number four, she conclude the call properly. So these are the basic steps or procedure for taking table reservation. Now, as you can remember or observe in the role play, the staff is mentioning to the caller that she will call for a follow-up. Okay, for follow-up. So these are the important information for following up the table reservation. It is vital to confirm or follow up all the reservations to make sure that the limited space can be used in the most profitable manner. And following up the reservations is usually done the day before. Okay, so in having following up the reservation, it must be done a day before or on the morning of the expected arrival of the guest. It must not be an after or during or after. It is okay for the specific date, but it must be in the morning. And there are importance of following up the table reservation. It's very important that we need to follow up the table reservations. So we have the list of main reason why we need to follow up the reservation. We have here the advantage if we will have a following up the reservation. It gives the guest the impression that you value their patronage. Number two, ensures that the guests who have made a reservation will have a allotted space when they arrive. Number three, it ensures tables can be given to others if the guest is not coming anymore, and also confirms information or arrangement regarding the booking. Also ensures that any changes can be accommodated before the guests arrive, and also enables staff to explain parking arrangement to help facilitate their arrival. And lastly, it allocates tables for others on the waiting list. So these are also the follow-up activities. Once the reservation has been confirmed, and there are a number of tasks that need to be performed. So these are the following tasks that we need to perform for the follow-up activities. Number one, informing the wait staff of the tables under the responsibility of reservation details and requests. So we need to inform the wait staff after the follow-up, okay, for the confirmations of the reservation. Next, inform the kitchen staff on any request. For example, there is a certain celebration. They have a table reservation because they will celebrate, for example, a birthday. So they will have to inform the kitchen staff if there's any request. For example, if that is a birthday, they have a request for a cake or anything. So they must inform also the kitchen, not just the wait staff. Next, they will follow up the other staff on any requests such as the birthday cake, okay, as I have mentioned a while ago, and also notifying people on the waiting list if a reservation has been canceled. By the way, there are also guests who are requesting not just only a birthday cake but a performance or presentation, like the staff will sing a birthday song, especially if they will use a musical instrument like guitar or violin. It depends on the establishment and arrangement of the reservation, and also processing the charges as applicable. It's also important that the guests might be able to know the charges, if especially if there's any special request, or what is the possible bill, exact payment for that reservation, any request, or the cost of the food and beverage. And lastly, set the tables according to such as placing a reserved sign in the table. As I have mentioned, for example, there's a birthday and there are 20 guests, and for example, in every table there are only 6 chairs for one table. So what the wait staff will do, they will arrange or set up the tables with a long table. Okay, so they will fuse the for example, 3 tables into one. And the wait staff also will put a sign on the table that the particular tables have a reservation that is reserved. It is not allowed to use by any walk-in guests. So these are the very important the procedures, the importance of following up the reservation or for have a confirmation, and also what are the following activities that we need to do after we follow up the table reservation. I hope that you have learned something from this short discussion. And up next, so we are done with the Unit 2. And in the next video, we are going to proceed to Unit 3 entitled Receiving and Resolving Guest Complaints. It is also very important. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.